1 week later. We sure picked a lot of apples today, huh, Oni-chan? Senjiro asks you sweetly while holding a brown paper bag full of said fruits. Mm-hmm, you nodded. We're going to need a lot of them if we're going to make Oba-chan's famous apple curry for dinner tonight. You tell him. Today, you and Senjiro have been spending the day at the fruit orchard picking apples, while Kojo was out on a mission. Indeed, the day had been nothing but pure and sunny. So, what better way than to spend it with your precious and beloved brother-in-law? Besides, I'm trying to get Ko to start eating healthy foods. I've tried cooking sweet potatoes every day. You groaned in annoyance. Like, seriously, eating all that starch and crabs isn't healthy. I wouldn't be surprised if he starts looking like a sweet potato. At your remarks, Senjiro laughs full-heartedly and tells you that he could already imagine the cynical image of his brother waking up suddenly with bright orange and warty skin while screaming in both terror and amusement that he's now a sweet potato, before yelling, "Life is now complete!" Soon you found yourself laughing along with him, now with the cursed imagine of Kojo being a blazing sweet potato and yelling "umai" plaguing your mind. Suddenly you intimately stop when a nauseating feeling rushes over you and quickly went to place a hand over your mouth. However, it was too late as you doubled over and threw up this morning's breakfast on the ground. Wani-chan? Senju exclaimed worriedly, quickly stopping before stepping as he watched you throw up again. Dropping the basket of apples you'd be carrying, you fell onto your knees and Senjiro quickly by your side, patting you on the back gently. Wani-chan, what's wrong? Are you okay? The young Rengoku panicked, feeling that maybe coming down with an illness as tears beginning welling in his eyes. You then groaned when you felt a sharp stabbing pain in your lower abdomen and quickly wrapped your arms around your waist. Senjiro, my stomach hurts. You winced, body trembling slightly. Something didn't feel right. This morning you had been feeling peachy, and now you were suddenly feeling under the weather? Was it something you ate, or were you coming down with something? Maybe the stomach flu? Gods, you didn't know, but whatever this is, you didn't want Senjiro being close to you and risk catching it as you tried to tell him only to dry heaven and vomit again. Seeing this, Senjiro dropped his paper bag of apples onto the ground, with it falling over, causing a few to roll out as the young boy stood. Hold on, I'll go get you help. The butterfly estate is not too far from here. Just hang in there, Oni-chan, please. Senjiro nearly cried, not liking the sight of you. His beloved sister-in-law hunched over in pain. For you, it tugged at your heartstrings to see your little angel cry and worry over you as you watched him turn on his sandals and run to go get help. Senjiro ran as fast as he could, trying to hurriedly get to the butterfly estate and say he wasn't that worried and afraid that both of you a lie and understatement. His chest buried with every panted breath he took, and his legs began to make him slow down, but he refused. His Oni-chan was sick and in pain, and his big brother was too far away to come to the rescue. The young Rengoku just had to hurry and find help, rather it be a Kazuki member, Lady Kacho, or one of the Hashira. In the midst of his sights, Senjiro finally spotted a hulking figure ahead. The individual was tall, and familiar colors of lime green, black, and red came into view, and the young Rengoku immediately recognized him. Honey-jin-san! At the sound of his name being called, the stone pillar turned his attention towards the unfamiliar voice. It sounded familiar to him, a young child, and in distress. It's me, Senjiro, Rengoku's younger brother, the younger announced, revealing to see a kind face. Senjiro, Gyomei repeated, and his features softened as a gentle smile crossed his lips. I didn't expect to meet you here, young one. How are you? The gentle giant greets. Gyomei gasped softly, feeling the young boy tug desperately on his haori, as if pulling him forward. Please, Hajijin-san, I need your help, Senju exclaimed. Help? At this, Gyomei went to protective mode upon hearing the sorrow in the young boy's voice as he kneels down and gently places a hand on the child's shoulders. What's the matter, little one? Is something wrong? He asked softly. It's Yin-chan. She's in pain and throwing up. I'm worried. Please, you have to help her. Senjiro pleads. With that, the stone pillar immediately stands to his full height, completely drafting the young Rengoku, and gently held Senjiro's hand. Take me to her. Senjiro quickly led Gyomei to where you were, and was even more concerned to see you laying on your side in the cool green grass, still clenching your stomach in pain. Honey-chan, he called your name, getting your attention. Senjiro, you say, lifting your head up slightly, and was shocked to see the stone pillar with him. Gyomei? Yin-san, he said, letting go of Senjiro's hand and walked over towards your form. From your perspective, you felt like a mouse glancing up at Mount Fuji as Gyomei stood over you, before crouching down and placed a gentle, large hand over your forehead. What's wrong, Yin-san? Senjiro says you're in pain. Gyomei's voice is serene and soft. My stomach hurts, and I can't move well. You muttered, and didn't miss the tears that began streaming down Gyomei's gentle face. The big lug, always so sweet and sensitive. If you weren't in so much pain right now, you would have hugged him for being such a lovable oof. You watched him wrap his rosary beads around his fist like a bracelet, and then reached for you. Ever so gently, Gyomei carefully maneuvers you into his arms, before lifting you up bridal style. You winced softly, which caused the gentle giant to weep more, wishing there was something he could do to help ease your suffering. But the only thing he can do is get you safely to the butterfly estate. Without a word, Gyomei leaves with you in tow, with Senjiro trailing behind him. Alas, the apples you and Senjiro had picked that morning were forgotten.